Rajeshri Venkatraman, reading 80 words English Shorthand speed dictation. I think you are all writing all the speed and transcribe into English. Please subscribe. We can start. Every nation has got its periods of success and failure, of great men and women and villains. Though more often history makes men great, it is unusual to find men and women making history. The students of modern Indian history may recall that many Indians, through their collective action, made Indian history of the period between 1920 and 1950. But single individuals influencing and even determining the course of events in Indian history are rare, if not totally absent. Perhaps Shivaji stands a lone ranger in this category, but the period between 1966 and 1976 has been such an eventful period of Indian history that one cannot but admit the fact that one Indian has been a major determinant of these events. In 1966, when Mrs. Indira Gandhi took upon the responsibility of leading the country, Indian economic and political scenes were blotted with uncertainties and hardships. The Western political pundits were predicting a political doomsday for India. Indian economy was ravaged by drought even before it could recover from the after effects of war with Pakistan. In these troubled waters, the patriarchal political groups were fishing to some extent successfully, as was evident from the 1967 general elections. Even as the country was recovering from these, the Bangladesh crisis imposed on the country the responsibility of saving freedom and democracy. The Mrs. Indira Gandhi steered the country successfully through all these troubles. In the 1971 and 1972 general elections, and the people of this country gave her unprecedented political mandate to implement socio-economic reforms. But the envious opposition parties could not swallow this. They started creating obstacles, some legal, some political, and attempted to bring down the progressive policies of the Congress party led by Indira Gandhi. Attempts were made to dislodge the popularly elected governments. Unrest was spread by using monopoly press for propaganda. Then came inflation, which affected the common man. This was created by hoarders, back marketers, smugglers, and monopoly capitalists who supported the opposition parties. These groups were against all progressive policies implemented by Indira Gandhi, starting from bank nationalization to the crackdown on smugglers. The economic situation created by inflation was exploited by the fascists to incite people against individual political leaders. I am glad to find that honorable members welcome the friendly and mutually beneficial relations that so happily exist between the Soviet Union and India. We are proud of our friendship with the Soviet Union, which is based on the principle of equality, mutual respect, and cooperation. We are grateful to the Soviet government and people that they stood by us in times of need and difficulty, while others wavered and hesitated and even went against us. We are not an ungrateful nation. Our relations with the Soviet Union have developed more particularly during the last 15 years rapidly and satisfactorily. We have entered into various agreements in the economic, commercial, cultural, technical, and other fields with the Soviet Union during the recent years.